Let me tell you that for a very long time, school felt like an obligation. School felt for me like something I had to do, but I didn't really want to do. Something I just went to because I was obligated, but I soon hoped to end, you know? But lately I've realized how much I actually became happy to go to school, how much my relationship to school changed, how much it became more like a holiday, something I wanted to do, something I was enjoying a lot. And so, if that sounds interesting, let me tell you that in this video, we share with you my experience on how I made my experience at school feel like a holiday, basically. Now, let me tell you a little story of how I realized that my experience changed. Now, it was just a few days ago. I was at school, I remember, and it was chemistry. Now, my teacher was talking about viruses, and I was thinking about how happy I was to be there at school. I was looking outside, there was the sun shining, and I had my window open, so there was the wind coming in and the fresh air. It was such an amazing, beautiful moment. Was there realizing like how how grateful I was to be there. But then I had a flashback. I realized that it had not always been that way. I remembered how in middle school it was totally different. I was still there in class. I didn't have chemistry, but it was called natural science or something like that. And I remember my teacher there in middle school talking about horses or something like that. And I remember very well how my heart was beating fast, how I was pretty much always stressed, how I didn't like it, how I felt uncomfortable and awkward because I knew that the things that my teacher was there explaining in that moment, I would have been studying them very soon just to get a good grade. But I didn't really care about them at that time. So then I asked myself, how is it possible that my whole view, my whole experience of school changed so drastically? Going from literally hating it, going there because I felt like I had to go there, not enjoying it at all, being stressed, and feeling like I was obligated to do something that was useless, kind of like, or that I didn't really understand why I should be going there, besides other people telling me going to school is useful. To then now being there, enjoying it, like really being happy to be at school, feeling as if I'm kind of like in holidays. There is no big difference in my days and in how I feel between the weekends and the weekdays. And that is not because my weekends are so bad, but because my school days have become so amazing. So I asked myself, how is it possible? And I realized that it was not because school became easier. That's not the case. It actually became much more complicated. And now you may be thinking, yeah, but my school is different because my teachers are very, very, severe, and my school is very complicated. That might be the case. That might be the case, but I can just say that I go to the most complicated and hardest school in the city where I go to school. And most people don't want to go to that school because there is a lot of chemistry, a lot of physics, a lot of maths. And so most people think, I don't like that, I'm not good at that. And so they don't go there. But it might be the case. But what I've seen is that the main thing that got me to enjoy school was not how enjoyable school became. Like, nothing really changed. Teachers are pretty much the same, the desk is pretty much the same, the time where I go to school is pretty much the same. you know Nothing outside of me changed that much, but what I've seen is that inside of me, my view changed, my mindset changed, and my beliefs changed, and that is the thing that made me able to enjoy going to school basically just as much as being in holidays, because now I'm there thinking, now I'm around amazing people I want to be with, I'm developing like useful skills, I'm learning useful things, I'm enjoying my time, and I'm actually using it in a productive way. So I'm actually happy to be there at school. So how can we make school more easy, more enjoyable, more like stress free, more relaxed? And actually, how can we get better grades by studying 1/10 of what we studied before. Now, I will start with the last one. How can we get better grades by studying less than we did before? Let me tell you that in middle school, I remember I used to study about 10 to 15 hours for one chemistry. It was not chemistry, it was natural science exam. I used to study, all those pages that we used to get with a shitty technique. You just memorize the whole phrases and the whole text without really understanding things. So there are a few things that I think we can do to not do the same mistake that I used to do and to get better grades by literally studying 1/10 of the time. The first thing, I think one of the most important ones, if not the most important one, is to look after your health. I've seen that the more healthy I actually became, the easier studying actually became, the more I actually understood things quickly, and the more I was able to memorize and remember things and understand things. And just eating well, sleeping well, and exercising and being healthy in general will do so much more to your studying, to your grades, than studying twice as much could ever do, bro. Ever do. Like, if I had the choice between studying for 6 hours straight and then have a shitty night where I don't sleep, or study for 30 minutes and then sleep like a child, I will always choose to sleep well. I've seen I would always get better grades because sleeping well, and even if I study less, I still remember much more. So looking after my health has been a game changer. Now, the second thing was to also develop some good studying techniques that make me able to understand things rather than just trying to memorize everything. And so here I will just link you a book that I read that changed my point of view on studying. It's called Learn Like Einstein, and it's really good. So the third thing about studying and learning much more in 1/10 of the time is to change your perspective, your mindset about it. What I had to understand was that if I told myself that something would be hard to learn, that I had to spend a lot of time learning something, or that I'm not good at something, I'm not good at understanding that and that other thing, then that is exactly how things will be, because we always end up getting what we believe to be true. So what I recommend you to do, because that is what I've seen that has worked really well for me, is to just tell yourself and reinforce the fact that you are actually able to do everything, that everything is easy, that you're getting better and better at understanding and learning, and that everything is getting easier and easier. And let me tell you that you will be amazed to see what will happen. Now, the second thing that we talked about was how to be more relaxed. And I've seen that that only comes when I reduce the importance I give to things. Because even if I get the best grade, a 10, I don't know how it is in your grading system in your country, it may be an A, it may be a 100 out of 100. My country, it's a 10, Even if I get a 10, but I don't reduce the importance I give to grades, I will be stressed. I will be stressed and I will not enjoy it, and I will just be there stressed all the time. So what we have to realize is that to reduce the stress or be more relaxed at school or in general in life, it's not about getting the best grades, it's not about getting the best results, but it's about reducing the importance we give to those results. Because even if you get the best results, you will still be there stressing about not losing them, stressing about that the next time you have to still get a good grade, stressing about, what if in that exam I get a bad grade, So reducing the importance I gave to grades in general and to everything in school, to be very honest, homeworks, what teacher thought of me, what other people thought of me, all of those kinds of things always serve me. And the third thing is how to enjoy it more. Here, it's still the same principle. It's all in the mind, it's all in the mindset, it's all in your beliefs. You literally always get what to choose to see, what you choose to believe in. And so what I like to believe in, what I've seen that has really made my time at school much more enjoyable, was to start looking for the positive, to start looking for the positive in what I'm learning, to start seeing that it could actually help me, to start seeing that it actually is helping me even though I'm not learning anything useful because I'm learning how to learn. I'm learning how to reduce my importance. I'm learning how to enjoy and to be happy even though I'm not doing something that I think to be productive. So there is always a positive way to see things. You just have to look for it. And that is what I think has been the most game-changing thing. Starting to look for the positive. If you start to look for the positive in everything you do, especially in your school time, you know, when whatever happens, start to look for the positive details in that thing, and you will see that school will become such an amazing and enjoyable time. Bro, I'm not telling you to just believe me like that, because I know that if I just would have told these things to my younger self, he would have probably said, I don't really believe in them. But by trying those things out, he would have been amazed of how well they actually work. So that is what I wish you to do, because I don't want you to have just wasted, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 minutes of your time having watched this video, having seen and having heard some amazing things that could actually change your time and change your life and change your experience, but not implementing them. Then you will have just wasted your time. So I really hope that this video helped you out. It only will if you actually implement this video. And yeah, so I wish you all the best. See you in the next one. And remember to just think about the fact that how you see things, how you believe things to be, is how they will be.